Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Here we are again for our usual get-together on Friday with what's new and coming up with lipedema. This time we have a treat because Catherine has been able to be here with me. Hi, everybody.
It's Gail's birthday week.
Yeah.
So Gail is traipsing around birthday celebrating.
Yes.
I think. And Siobhan is, as Siobhan does, diving deep into some mysterious part of all lymphatic disorders and will come up and she will end up sharing it with us at some point.
Yes, she's immersed and and she needs to focus, but then she will come back and share, I'm sure. She is also at a conference and with her, the company Own Your Labs, and working at the booth and sharing with people how good it is to control your own labs. Don't have to go through your doctor if you don't want to. So, but we wanted to share with you some really exciting things coming up with lipedema. But please, if you're here with us live, put stuff in the comments. We'd love just to hear what's going on with you. And if you have any comments or things you want to share with us, like Nancy just put in there, she's in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, and it's partially sunny. Thank you for the weather report. We always like to hear how it is around the world. It's 77 and sunny here in Southern California. How is it in Boston?
It's overcast. I had the first storm on the lake last night.
Yes.
It was amazing. It came out of nowhere and blew and blew and blew and had thunder, and it was like whoosh. I sort of loved it.
Very dramatic, and you loved it because you're snug in your beautiful little cottage of a home right there on the lake.
I'm snug as a bug in a rug.
Yes,
it's so amazing. And and then all I had to do was run around and close windows because the rain came in like whoosh.
Yes. So quickly had to get everything shut down, batten down all the hatches.
Oh, Anne Marie says New Jersey is sunny and hot. And Marilee is in Northwest Washington. Sunny greetings. Oh, she's in her front yard knitting.
Oh, nice.
And it's 86 degrees in Kentucky.
With Sandra, yes. Cheryl, sunny and humid in southern Wisconsin. And I'm assuming very humid from your ugh comment. And Julie, who's my neighbor, so she has similar weather to me at around 77 and sunny. Thank you guys for all being here. We love to see that you're participating. But we have actually a free webinar that's coming up that we just got to tell you all about because it's happening on Sunday, and this is going to be pretty spectacular. Catherine, can you tell everybody what's happening on Sunday?
Yeah, I'm so happy to talk about this. This has been a long time coming. We have been wanting to put together what we're calling a concierge program. In medicine, they have my primary care is concierge, which means that I pay a membership fee monthly, and I can see her at the drop of a hat. If I need any help, I just call. It's called direct primary care, and it is the concierge model. And we've been saying, at least for over a year, maybe 2 years, we need to do something where what I needed, and I still need as I go along, and I'm lucky enough to have Leslyn as a colleague, that I can pick up the phone and call her and say, yada, yada, yada is happening. What do you think? But I want everyone to have that kind of support. And when we started, we were looking at it for everything, lipedema, for diagnosis, for management, for conservative care, for MLD. And anyway, as we went through the process and got feedback, we got some amazing feedback from the community. We are focusing it on surgery. And what's interesting is, I had, if you've heard me tell part of my story, you know that I had a couple of surgeries in Germany and I came home and almost died. And then that's really how I developed the holistic approach. When surgery didn't work and I didn't know what else to do, I had to find something. And
Right.
that's when I really started, and we dove in very deeply. At that point, Leslyn, was when we started with the keto diet, and when we started with keto complemented by the conservative care. So we started this whole trajectory. Well, they say, as you age, there's a certain kind of wisdom that comes. And the wisdom, I believe, is you start seeing how everything fits together because every single thing has its part, but not for all of us, for some of us. And some things work better than others. And so this is a very long intro. And so we are having a webinar on Sunday. And I'm going to actually pull it up so you can see the page. Let me do two things. One is let me get the page, and I'm going to put it in the chat. And then I'm going to actually show the page because I want to talk to it. Because, I'm a big believer that when your clarity brings resources. What does that mean? Well, for me, it means that when I get clear, all of a sudden, how to do it becomes visible. So here is the webinar on Sunday. Is lipedema surgery right for me? Am I right for lipedema surgery? When I started, I didn't ask these questions. What I asked was, who the hell's going to do it? How much is it going to cost? And how do I get it?
Mm-hmm.
I did not make any kind of discernment. And not only didn't I make the discernment, when it was presented to me, I poo pooed it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll talk about this on Sunday. I'm not going to go
Mm-hmm.
into it in deep length
Yeah.
here.
But I think what happens is people get a diagnosis of lipedema and they ask, well, what's the treatment for that? And the first treatment that comes up is surgery. And they don't look any further, or they're not, they don't know about anything else. And so of course you go, well, if that is the treatment for this diagnosis, then I'm going to go right to that. And it's not necessarily right for everybody, and surgery, that is. And there are a lot of other options for treatment. But for some people, surgery can be tremendously effective. I mean, we've heard plenty of stories that people have done very, very well and had good outcomes with their surgery. So, but the main thing is surgery right for you, and are you right for the surgery? And that's what we're going to be talking about on Sunday. Very important.
Really, really important. It's the first primary question that needs to be answered.
Mm-hmm.
And so, just to let you know, there's no cost. The link is there. You can read it. But I just want to introduce you to Michelle Jaqua. Michelle is a nurse. She's a nurse, what's called a nurse navigator, and a case manager. So she helps people in the healthcare system. This is much more than just lipedema, but she is a surgery insurance expert.
Mm-hmm.
So she's been in the healthcare system for over 15 years and has actually worked helping women with lipedema to get insurance coverage, and has helped in a lot of other ways. When we sat down, when I looked at what would have helped me, and we asked a number of women, it's where is it? I thought I put it up here. No, it's in the email that went out. You need, oh, here it is. You need to understand the different surgeries. There's something called PAL. There's something that's water jet. There is just liposuction with injections. So there are different forms of liposuction, and you need to know what your pre-surgery prep is. So if you decide to go down the route of surgery, a lot of what we teach in our holistic approach you need to include.
Mm-hmm.
And post-surgery recovery, getting the approval process down for insurance coverage, and understanding what your health risk might be and how to mitigate it. So it's going to be a really good webinar. So, whoops, I did something wrong. Wait a second. I got to come back here and end the share.
Yeah, and I think that it's also, I mean, there's so much time given to just the surgery itself, but people are not, they don't understand how to best prepare for it, as Catherine was saying. And also they don't understand what should be done afterwards. And sometimes the surgeon, if they're not someone who's a specialist in lipedema, doesn't prepare you for what you should, be looking for and how you should be helped after your surgery. These are all really important considerations. And when Catherine was talking about this concierge program, we thought that it's such a momentous thing to do this surgery and try to get it covered and all the things that go along with it, that wouldn't it be so helpful to have a concierge program to help women through that process? Because it is a lengthy process. It's not just a one and done. There's a lot of stuff to be done.
Now, let me give a disclaimer here, which is our concierge service is hand-holding.
Yeah.
Being able to know some about the territory, being able to help. We are not MDs.
Right.
But we know the people, we know the territory, and we know the system. So we can help. And so I want to be really clear about this.
Yeah.
Also, Sherry just got back from her first surgery with Dr. Goads. Dr. Goads has been doing a lot of lipedema surgeries in, I think it's Berlin. Is he in Berlin?
Yeah. Germany, anyhow. Yes.
He's in Germany. He may be in Potsdam. I can't remember who's where right now. Sherry, where did you go to have the surgery? What town? But anyway, Dr. Goads is very well known, has a great reputation. Some people choose to have the surgeons. That's one of the things we're going to be talking about. How do you choose a surgeon? There's quite a number in the US. There's quite a few in Germany. I went to Germany for mine. In retrospect, I had such a hard time. I need to tell my story at some point, but now's not the time. I just go on and on and on. The bottom line is I learned a lot.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot that we can help with and that we can share with if you would like to have us help you go through this process. And that brings me to one of the things I wanted to make sure that we talked about today was our September virtual heart-to-heart event that's coming up September 27, 28, 29. This is going to have so many things about the whole holistic approach, but also including information about surgery. There will be a panel that's going to be talking about surgery. I think that's happening on day 3. So this is 3 days of packed information, but not just information, interaction. You have an ability to talk to all of the sponsors and speakers and other attendees. You will be able to be in little Zoom rooms with them and have conversations. We have, boy, Catherine, what are some of our speakers? Dr. Stanley Roxon.
Oh, yeah. And Bill Rapisi, he comes in. So they are ground-breaking work right now on lymphatic disorders. Working with the NIH, the National Institutes of Health, and the CDC, and So they're going to be sharing all that. But we have, I think, I don't know who has a crush more, me or Leslyn, on Dr. Ray Perrin. He is just a cutie patootie. We both love him. He is brilliant in terms of understanding the lymphatic system. And so he's going to be talking and keynoting. And then Dr.
Perry
Nicholson,
Yes.
who's also, I don't know. So much comes from Leslyn and Kelly. They found all these people.
Well, and actually, Kelly Bell found both Dr. Perrin and Dr. Nicholson. And so we've asked Kelly to please be there. Kelly Bell will be there to introduce them because he's the one who brought these men to us, which they really have groundbreaking information about the lymphatics and how you can help your lymphatic system, you yourself. So they're going to be there talking. We have Dr. Nadir Ali.
Well, maybe
Catherine's going to be fangirling on that one.
I'm the one who fangirls on Dr. Ali. He is absolutely brilliant. His talk is going to be on understanding the addictive mechanism behind all addiction, but especially food addiction and what goes on in the brain. It is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. We're going to have Brian Hayward there, Carrie Reedy, Adi McKenzie. These are all people that work in our lipedema community in various capacities to support people. We have a lot of people with lipedema themselves that are going to be speaking. Anne-Marie D'Angelo, Tamara Carroll, Kristen Wygand, Patty Cornute. We just a huge range of speakers.
Helen wants to know what the times of the conference are. I think we start at 10 a.m. Eastern or 11 a.m. Eastern. We start early. We have an hour pre-hangout.
Yeah, there's some pre-conference stuff. So the actual conference, I think, doesn't start till 11. Okay. So it's Eastern. Later in the day, Eastern. But Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern is only 8 a.m. So it's not too bad for us on the West Coast. And it is not too super late for those of you that are in Western Europe. A lot of the conference is kind of in the wrong time of the day or night for Australia, though. So we really want to encourage that if you are in a time zone that doesn't really mesh with what we're doing, consider getting the premium access, because not only will you have access to all kinds of other special stuff, you will also have access to those the recordings. So you don't have to be awake at 3 a.m. to watch when Dr. Nadir Ali speaks. So consider getting, although we have this wonderful early bird special right now, 75% discount, only $97 for all 3 days. That's for general access. It is more for the premium access, but let me tell you, it's worth it. It's really worth it. So, and when that say that Dr. Godes is in Potsdam. You're right, Catherine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and we have, anyway, we shortened the super long day with jam-packed, which was my style. Thank God. It's now actually breathable and much
a little bit more doable.
I am such a information maven, you guys. And it's not good. It's my addictive personality coming out.
So we reeled Catherine in, and we made the days a little bit more manageable. Starts at 11 a.m. Eastern and goes till I think 5 or 6 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. But we do some special stuff for the premium access people. So that happens after the conference is over at each day. But it is going to be an exciting 3 days. Please follow the link below and register soon. Don't miss out on this incredible discount.
Yeah, it's gonna go up. We set aside a certain number of tickets at the low price, and we've already made the 100 tickets. And then we had so many who said, "I missed it, I missed." So we added another chunk of tickets, and that chunk is about to be finished.
Yes.
So do it now if you can. And I think we're gonna wrap up because we have a meet and greet in a few minutes with someone who is interested in the conference.
Yeah, and someone who is can be really good for the community too. So we're pretty
Yeah.
excited to meet with her. It was so fun to be here with all of you today. Thank you for everybody else who posted what your weather is like and where you are in the world. Cherie and Sandra and Helen and all of you. Oh, one of our speakers, Kristen, is here. So thank you so much for all of you being here. And we will see you again, same time next week, next Friday at 4:30 Eastern. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Have a great whatever morning, afternoon, evening, weekend. We love you.